Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're going to go over a question. Is For Honor a good game? Is it worth playing? Is it not worth playing? Let's just hop into it right away. The most important question about a game is it fun? Game fun. This game is lots of fun. I love playing this game. I mean, there's stuff that's frustrating. There's stuff that's uh, annoying. There's things that I would fix, but the game itself is very fun. But besides that, let's just go pros and cons. We'll start out with the pros. Playing multiplayer, there's a lot of teamwork involved with this game. If you don't want there to be teamwork, if you don't have people to play with, there is an option to just play 1v1, which is duel. You don't even want to play against real people if they're a little too cheesy for you. Any mode you can just choose to play versus AI. Even 4v4, you can just toggle over and play versus AI. One thing I did like that they did recently was they even split up the elimination and skirmish, so you had a separate playlist for both instead of one or the other. So that's nice. And another thing is they show you the activity. As you see right there, elimination is very high activity. Duels, low activity. Brawls, medium. I mean, a lot of games do that, so I can't say that stands out on this game, but I'm just saying, if you can't find a match one place, go to another place. If nothing's working, you could play versus AI, even though a lot of people don't want to. But that leads us into campaign. Is campaign fun? The campaign is a lot of fun. I haven't played a lot of it, but my friends who have said that they're really enjoying it. So the campaign, it's about the same gameplay as multiplayer actually, except you're following a storyline pretty much. And multiplayer, we're gonna hop back to that because that's primarily what the game is. There's orders that update daily. Even there's sometimes like week-long challenges. The event orders are normally longer duration. They haven't really had one since the game's been out, I don't think. And they have, it was a short one. Then they have contract orders, which is usually like 1 to 2 days. But the point is that there's constantly different challenges. They're called orders, having you do different things. So there's always a mix-up. You're not always doing the same thing. You choose which ones you activate. After you complete it, you just untoggle it and select another one. As you see, I already finished my daily orders, which give you coins and XP, which helps you so you don't have to pay, which again is an option in this game, is to pay. So if you don't have the time to play and you want to pay a little extra, you can get some steel and upgrade your gear and stuff. But also they give you an option to get extra XP and loot and all that stuff for championship status, which again, you're either gonna have to use your coins that you earn from gameplay or you're gonna have to pay for it. But I just think I would consider that a pro, not a con. Even if you have to pay for steel, well, you don't have to pay for steel. Even if you can pay for steel, I'm saying, I still consider it a pro because it just more for people to choose from, more for people to do online. And the graphics in this game are amazing. They're fantastic. One last thing that I want to go over that I would consider a pro to the game is the cosmetics in the game. Not to mention the variety of characters to choose from that all have a different play style of their own. But for each character specific, there's so much cosmetically that you can change about them. I don't know what I just did. Okay, there we go. When you're in here, well, you can buy the preset outfits, of course, but you don't have to do that. You can go piece by piece and just buy whatever you think looks the best. And there's even stuff that you have to upgrade by completing a story or acquiring all the pieces to an outfit, which is pretty cool. So you have to actually work for some. You can't just buy them with steel. But my point of the whole fact is that there is a lot of customization with the actual cosmetic appearance of each hero individually. I know they all have their different parts of their body or whatever that you can modify. You can even change the gender of some of them, not all of them, and the skin color. I think that's pretty cool. A lot of games don't offer that. And in difference to that, there's also gear. I know I don't have a lot to choose from because I salvage everything I don't have, but There is different gear that looks different. You can collect an entire gold outfit. This is the only gold piece I have is the pommel, but um, the fact that you can do that is pretty cool. It gives you something to work for. And also, every character has 12 different features to choose from to build your character. There's 4 different sets and 3 to choose from for each, so 12 total choices. You set up 4, and so that means everyone's hero can possibly be different. Okay, let's go over some of the cons for the game now. As you know, it is a face-to-face fighter. Yes, you have free roam, so it's not line to line like Mortal Kombat, but there is still cheesy combinations of unblockable moves or just spamming quicker moves with smaller players, which can be annoying. But I mean, it's part of the game, so I don't know if I can really consider it a con. Maybe it's just something like a skill gap. But one thing that really got me was the teams. I guess it's not really that again. I guess that's more of an opinion because you don't have to play teams. But I just find when I go to play 4v4 without friends, if I'm not with a party, if I'm not with a 3-man party, even if I'm only playing with one friend and we're just a 2-man party, it seems like the game gives me the worst possible 2 other teammates that I can possibly have, and we lose because the 2 players that we get randomly matched with go 1-9, 1-10, and we're just getting smacked around the map, and it makes us look like we're bad because we're getting extra deaths being double teamed and triple teamed. And the other thing is, this isn't a con or a pro, but the gear, if someone has higher gear, obviously their statistics are going to be a little higher, so they're going to have a little advantage if you're new to the game. That might affect you. As you see, like my stamina here, someone can have their attack all the way up, their defense, anything like that can make a huge difference in the fight, which it could go either way, pro con, but I see it as a con for some people because they might not want to play 1v1 or 2v2, and those are the only 2 game modes where the gear doesn't affect the gameplay. There is no option to play 4v4 where gear does not affect the gameplay, but it does take some grinding to get there to where you can have heroic gear and you can match the people who do have high level gear. And the last thing that I want to go over that I found as a con of the game, which they have not yet fixed, they have fixed so there's no lag. But what they have not fixed is that if the host of the lobby quits out, the lobby will just randomly close. And this doesn't happen in 1v1s or 2v2s, it only happens in 4v4. But here shortly you'll see somebody quit out right there. Cowboy left the game session, and all of a sudden everybody in the lobby just gets kicked out and you have to re-party up. That is definitely a con in my opinion. And besides that, I definitely think the game is a fun game to play. It's a good game to play. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I would give it an 8.5 or a 9. Obviously, there's things to fix. Obviously, that connection issue could probably be fixed if they just find a way to migrate the host a little more effectively. There's a way around everything that I complained about. The unbalanced teams, don't play with teams. The unbalanced gear, play something where the gear doesn't matter as much until you get the gear that you can want. So I would have to definitely give it a thumbs up, a good 8.5 or 9 out of 10. Followed a lot of tutorials, so sub to the channel, leave a comment below, let me know what you think of the game, and I'll catch you guys next time.